Okay. Hi, I'm Prajakta. So I'm a psychologist, and this is the first time I'm doing this. Well, I wanted to make a journal for a very long time. Then I wanted to create social media content since a very long time. I have been meaning to, but I am not doing it because I, for some reason, cannot face camera confidently. I don't like to be on camera. Maybe it is something else. It is not what meets the eye, but yes. And I know this very well why I don't want to figure this out, but it's a challenge for me. So I'm trying to outgrow of that challenge. So I left my house today at 10:30ish, and then now it's almost 9, and I just came back from work. I have subah ka dal khichdi which I made when I was leaving for work. So it was a good usual day, very hectic one because today was Monday, and we are just over with Diwali. तो अभी दिवाली ख़त्म हो गई है तो it's a good flow of patients. Everyone is returning back. So today I got a really interesting case. Although usually I don't think about my cases when I'm in my personal space, but now since I have to create content, so I thought why not, because I anyway have to figure out more things in my career, what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do, because that's a bigger question for me myself. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. So maybe this is the start of it. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, because I keep on changing things, and then I'm not always this enthusiastic. I have my own moods. I don't always feel confident over this particular thing. So yes, so where were we? So it was an interesting case. I was meaning to write about it, but since I have to work on this challenge I have in front of me right now, so I thought why not record this. So that interesting case made me question. Not really made me question, but it is the question I have been facing since a very long time. I have been practicing for more than 3 years now, and then I have been in this field of psychology since past 3 and 4 3 and 3 6 7 8 9 years. So 8 9 years I have been in this field of psychology, and this is the question I have been always asked. Do I analyze people all the time? It's a pretty basic question, and if you would have asked me in any other circumstances, I would have said no, I don't. Because when I'm in my professional space, I do analyze because that's my work, but I don't judge. We are supposed to judge, like it's the same, but we are not judgmental about it. We analyze because we have to make a diagnosis out of it, and we have to see what are the challenges there in front of us. So what are the issues we have to work on? So yeah, we analyze. I analyze, but I only analyze in my professional space. I have never done that in personal space. Well, I used to when I was studying, because that was my playground. I used to play around, but over the years I have realized I don't analyze people in my personal space as well, because that is not a thing I would like to do for full time. Well, although I love being a psychologist, I love what I do, I like what I do. Well, love and like are two different things, but yes, I don't do that in my personal space. I believe you don't have to put label to patients in your personal space as well. You should just let them be the way they are being, in their own comfort. So on the similar basis, similar lines, the case was of a psychologist. So the person who was in front of me was in the master's program. They have done their bachelor's in psychology, and a very bright student. This is a very bright student. I was, although not very bright in my academics, it stressed me out. It still does, but I believe I am good in applications. I am good in what I do. I am bright in that. But again, this is not about me. So the patient in front of me, I just say they were not a patient. We have this habit of calling psychiatric illness, people who have psychiatric illness, we call them as patient. We refer to them as patients. But I don't like to call them as patients. So, this person, they were a bright student since the beginning. Very much interested in academics. Was able to apply all the theories. Application was really good. But the glitch happened. Some universities have this as a part of their curriculum, that if you're studying psychology, you are supposed to take therapy. So the motive behind is that if you're going to give therapy to other people, so there should be an unbiased opinion of you. Matlab, you should not be biased about your own things towards some how do I explain it? Okay, so I am really new at this, and then I am trying to process out loud my own thoughts, which I don't usually do. And when I'm explaining things to other people, I'm just explaining their own things to them. I'm just showing them a mirror. But right now, all I can see is this screen in front of me, and I'm trying to look in the mirror myself. So yeah. Coming back to this. So you should not be biased from your own experiences, and you should be able to differentiate. You should be able to keep your personal and professional life separate. That is the motive, that is the goal of that exercise. So it is many universities have this as part of their curriculum. So this person, they have been through that in their bachelor's degree, in their bachelor's program. So they have been taking booster sessions every end of the semester, and it was going pretty well. Good. So they wanted to pursue masters in psychology itself. So they started looking out for the options for their masters, and there's a good opportunity overseas. So they went there. They started studying. They were done with their first semester. It was all good. They had an Indian support system there, and then they have distant relatives as well. So it was not like they were they're left alone. It was a good support system. But then for some reasons, some mishaps happened, and they were not really in touch with the friends. The support system they have built for the first semester. At the mid of the second semester, I think this is taking too long. This is a very long video. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this video. And I'm unable to focus. And I cannot even see myself clearly because I'm not wearing specs. And that's a better thing. That's a good thing for me. So they were in their second semester of masters. They have been trying to do, they were stressed about their assignments, they were stressed about their studies. But this was not the first time this has been happening to them. As in, this was not the first time they were stressing about their studies and assignment submissions. But here's the twist. In a way, they were involved in substances as well. They were themselves a psychology student. And maybe under the influence, they had a passive suicidal ideation. There was an attempt. So, coming from a psychology student, this was a very shocking thing for their parents. Many people think that psychology is a very easy thing. Maybe many people think that it's just you have to talk to the other person, you don't do anything. You're just sitting there and listening to them, and maybe many people think that people just pay you just to talk. So, what happened here? That they had a nervous psychotic breakdown. Not just a breakdown, but a psychotic one. Where they started believing in things, they started hallucinating. They started fearing things, very unrealistic ones. Whatever the memories they have stored in them started coming to surface. Maybe they were just coming to surface level for the first chance, but it was not the case. They were a very bright student, but the way they have studied impacted them. They couldn't identify, they couldn't differentiate between their real life and their studies. And there it all went down the hill. So whatever they have been studying, their brain started making things up. So we all study this part in memories. where our brain makes false memories. So, as they were going along, their brain started picking up, making stories, making memories, which have never happened to themselves. And it was not happening under the breakdown, due to breakdown. This has been happening since a very long time, where they even declared their mother, their own mother, that she was dead. So, point being, they, even though they had taken therapy themselves in their bachelor's program, they could never stop analyzing, even in their personal space. So maybe because of that reason, I don't analyze in my personal space. Or maybe I'm just not getting paid for it. So, being a psychologist, being a mental health professional, we often tend to analyze people in our personal space as well. But maybe that is not the way we are supposed to do it. We are just supposed to check in with ourselves every time we are in our personal space, every time we are outside work. Are we analyzing someone or something? Is it really necessary? We are taking care of people, but are we really taking care of ourselves, our mental health? So that was the gist of this. Okay, so I'll continue with my dinner. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching. Very influencer vibe. But can I see myself? Okay, I can. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a good night.